everyone, this is Renee from Angelic Comfort with your weekend outlook forecast for the universal message from Spirit, the guides, and from our angels. And today's dates are going to be Friday, September 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. And it's been kind of a really magical month if we think about it, because we're in nines. Nines usually means completion or to finish up something, whether it be releasing our past, whether it be closing the door on one chapter and opening the door on another. So it's a very magical month as long as you utilize the energy correctly and go with the flow and do the work that you need to do within. So what came up today is really interesting. Actually, it says the Lover's card, the Six of Winter, and the Nine of Autumn. And there's a couple of different messages here. For those of you who are seeking a relationship, or maybe you're married or in a relationship, this weekend is going to be really, really high with the energy of either a meeting somebody new or somebody coming back into your past and, maybe rekindling the romance, bringing your relationships to a higher level, or maybe even a friendship that, grows a little bit deeper. Either way, it's for those of you who are seeking it. Some of you are going to have a really, really remarkable emotional weekend with a new romance or the deepening of a friendship, which is kind of cool. So somebody's going to come into your life and maybe knock you off your feet. Who knows, right? But for the rest of you, you're on a roll. A lot of positive changes, rewards, a lot of hard work for those of you who are trying to be self-employed or are self-employed, those of you who are seeking a new career. Now is the time to really light those creative juices and really come into your true self with what it is you're looking for work. And you might even get an epiphany or two this weekend. You never know. But the thing is to remain positive and know that, any hard times that you've been through are starting to come to an end. Again, the 9th month, the number 9, closing chapters of the past or those that no longer serve you, and moving forward, stepping through the door into a new life path or a new journey, right? Okay, new venture maybe. But welcome the relief. And maybe some of you even, going back to the Lover's card, some of you might be meeting somebody new who is not in your normal circle. You might be meeting somebody, you might be traveling, going somewhere, and you're going to meet somebody. So then I pulled a few more cards, and from a different deck, from the Power Archangel deck, and we have the Ace of Raphael, the King of Ariel, and the Queen of Michael. And the Ace of Raphael, many of you probably don't know, but Archangel Raphael not only is a healer, but he the healer. He also works with people in healing past relationships or past emotional issues due to relationships, or to call in your soulmate. And so isn't that funny? We had the Lover's card and we have the Ace of Raphael. And it's talking about a new emotional experience, fulfillment, romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So for those of you who are looking, or maybe you're not looking, like I said, you could very easily come across somebody who is like really going to knock your socks off, or those other relationships could be deepening and going to a higher level. This is the weekend. This is the weekend to really embrace that energy and just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. And then when it comes to the other two cards, we have the King of Ariel and the Queen of Michael. And, it's talking about stability and successfulness, accomplishment, and powerful. Your plans are working out very well, and it's talking about financial success. So those of you, like I said, it's just reinforcing about work, your own business, connections, partnerships with business, being self-reliant, insightful, and humorous, knowing that, you don't need to have necessarily even a partner, that you can just move forward and, do this career on your own. But, right now is not the time for some of you to focus on relationships. It's more of a time to focus on your work and employment, finances, stuff like that. The Queen of Michael is actually very good with money. and a very hard worker. So she she is one who is actually very independent and very insightful, using her intuition a lot. So if that's you, if that's somebody who is, or maybe somebody coming into your life to mentor you, that they might not be a very emotional person. They might be kind of dry sense of humor, or they could be really humorous. It really doesn't make much of a difference. Or if we go back to the Lover's card in the Ace of Raphael, somebody who you could be meeting and actually falling in love with this weekend could be the total opposite of you. And you might be really humorous, but they might have a drier sense of humor. It kind of balances it out. So either way, it's a successful weekend for a lot of people. I mean, pretty exciting here, this energy that we're working with. So always stay grounded and balanced, stay centered, get out in nature, go and do new things, go and meet new people, hang out with your friends, hang out with your family, but always stay grounded and centered. There's a lot of people that are really thrown off the last couple of weeks, and you're sort of seeing it, especially if you're on social networking. People might be acting a little bit different than what they normally would, and almost feel like they don't have it together when it comes to their thoughts and their feelings, or their emotions, by their posts. And it's just really a good sign. So to stop, think, and process what it is that you're thinking before it comes out of, before you speak it or before you do things, to make sure that you are centered and grounded. Because it's like the pendulum swinging both ways, and we really need to hold it together, especially during these trying times, because it's not helping you or anybody else. So I just felt the need to really put that out there, and Spirit's wanting me to. So I know it doesn't have too much to do with the reading, although it does, because all of that could affect how this weekend turns out for you. It's free will. So hold it together, everybody. Learn to embrace these energies, and hold yourself intact, and miracles can happen. Okay, I want to say thank you for watching these videos. I hope that they are very helpful to all of you, and that you're getting a little something out of them. I'm really humbled and very grateful for all of you, for the love that you send to me, your comments, your remarks in regards to these videos. And you all mean something to me. You all hold a special place in my heart. So thank you so much. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you, and for your love. If you want a more in-depth reading that has to deal more with you and focusing more in on your life, go ahead and go to www.angelic-comfort.com and pick up your reading, or order your reading today. Okay, and I look forward to working with all of you in the future in some way or another. Have an absolutely blessed and fabulous weekend. Make it magical, everybody. I love you all. Namaste.